Hello everyone, it is the 22nd of June 2021. So today is the second trading day of the week. In this video, we are going to run you through our 5 most focused markets: the Euro, US dollar, gold, Nasdaq, US oil, and Bitcoin. So we're going to go through it in 3 simple steps. Number 1, what has happened, what is going to happen going forward, and of course what is our trading plan, so you can make your own decisions whether or not to take up our trading ideas. Alright, so for the first one, the euro against the US dollar. So what has happened yesterday is that we saw that the price has found a support right here, alright, at about 1850, and it rebounded off pretty well. And of course at this level, obviously there is a very clear demand zone, right? Because this is where the price broke out of this falling channel for the second time, and therefore creating a demand at this level. So the price actually went through it a little bit, but managed to close still somewhere around this region, and finally yesterday it managed to rebound. So the thing is that the price is actually falling from the top, alright, of a consolidation or the symmetrical triangle all the way towards the bottom, but of course we haven't seen it really go down to the lowest point yet. Because of the oversold situation we have from last week, it is inevitable, or it is understandable, that the price will pull back during this period or at the beginning of the week. So going to a smaller time frame, we can actually see a formation of an inverse head and shoulder forming right now. So if you go into 1 hourly time frame, maybe that will looks more clearer. I think that the market can still pull back further from the current bearish trend, expecting to go all the way back to the equilibrium level right here, which is about 1985. Which means to say, as of now, we can actually still look for buying opportunities, right? So looking back at the 1 hourly time frame right now, obviously a better price to buy will be as it pulls back to this level. Hopefully before the euro session, aiming at the equilibrium level. So that will actually give us a pretty good risk-reward ratio. Stop loss wise, we can just set it somewhere at this region will be good enough. So I'll just put it up for you to see. If let's say you were to buy at this level, your stop loss can be somewhere right here, and your final take profit targets will be somewhere right here as well. Alright, but however, do take note of this level here. There's a little bit of supply at this region, but the main target will be back to the equilibrium level. And just nice is also back to the moving averages at the top here, which will definitely create a strong resistance as well. So when it comes back to this level, if you're not buying this, then of course you can look to sell going forward, but maybe we only see a selling opportunity tomorrow onwards or so. As for today, in terms of intraday wise, we're definitely looking to buy towards the equilibrium level again. Alright, so that is for the euro against US dollar. Alright, next we have the gold. So if you look at the gold, if you just look at the chart right now, obviously the price is right now at a low. Alright, trading at the lower part of the entire market right here. And what's really interesting is that if you pull out Fibonacci retracement from the swing low to the swing high right here, the price actually found support at 61.8%, and at the same time at this region is a very important demand zone, because this is where the previous double bottom forms the neckline and price broke out of it. So there are a lot of demand right here to support the price, and indeed yesterday we saw the gold has finally rebounded off, but however it's still not able to make a higher high against the previous candle, or rather last Friday. So we still have to observe a little bit, but definitely it is now at a low. Therefore today we are definitely looking to buy the gold again. So if we go to the 4-hourly time frame and look at it, there are really some breakouts from the bearish trend. For example, if you measure from this high to this high and you connect it, the price has already broke out yesterday, came down, retested, and started to go up again. And in this And from the morning itself up till now, we are still seeing the price hang on to this handle at 1784, and right now the price is slowly inching upwards and started to break even higher. So there's a very high chance. So there's a very good chance we'll see the gold price just keep on going upwards throughout the day, and therefore we are definitely going to look to buy. But the question right now is, where can we buy? Do we chase after it, or do we wait for a pullback? Now, to be very honest, because if we base on the daily time frame and the price is already supported and rebounded off from the 61.8% level, from a daily chart perspective, right now is still a pretty good price to enter. In fact, we have confirmation and we are still seeing price going up. Coming back to the 1 hour time frame, we just see a rebound off from this trend line. And so I think that if we enter right now, we are not really chasing after the bull, but rather there are more confirmation at the low right now, and therefore we can decide to buy. Right, we can decide to buy in right away at this level. Of course, if one can wait for a little bit more pullback, but that will not be a lot at all, and you might just miss the entire wave later on. So if you enter it right now, your stop loss, right, to be really safe, you just have to set somewhere at the previous low right here. And in terms of the targets, of course, we'll first look at this level. All right, this resistance level right here, 1824. But ultimately, if the trend goes well, it can go all the way back to the equilibrium level again. Right, just as we have seen previously, right, every time price broke below the equilibrium level, it's always able to come back and retest the equilibrium level again. And the interesting thing is that we are seeing a rebound from this level. You can see that previously, as it found support right here, it went all the way back to this level. And right now, we're also seeing the same a support and a rebound at the same level. Just that we haven't seen a very strong bullish candle. So if, let's say today, the bull market goes well and it forms a very strong bullish candle that's able to break higher than the previous high, then we might have a really strong bullish run all the way back to this level. Alright, so that is the trading plan for today. Alright, moving on, we have the US 100 or the Nasdaq. Alright, so for the Nasdaq, first thing you need to know is that it's already trading at a very high level. Of course, somewhere near the historical high right now, and it is also at the top of a rising wedge. So right now, we are seeing resistance. Price came down, but yesterday we thought that it might continue to go down, and yes, it did. But actually in the US session, but after it quickly found demand, possibly because it's also at the 61.8 level, so rebounded off and goes all the way up. You can see that the bull run right here is actually very sluggish, and if we were to pull out the Fibonacci again from the top, right, from this swing high to this swing low, right now the price is coming to the 78.6%. So well within this region right here, there's still strong resistance, and of course again at the top of this rising wedge, and of course at a historical high. So with that, we think that today there might be another chance for us to sell again. And in fact, I think right now would be a very good time to sell the Nasdaq again, because right now we already have a very good price at the right region, so we can actually choose to sell right away even before the US session. And of course, if I were to just put this resistance right here, you can see that it is being resisted at the same level previously right here as well. And so with that, today's trading plan will be very simple. If you're watching this video at this moment and the price is still within this region, you can definitely look to sell. And if you were to sell, this is how I put it. Right, if let's say we will sell at this price, stop loss just have to be at the previous high. And in terms of the target, we can definitely look for a retest at the 61.8% level, or maybe for a more conservative level, we will just pull out a trend line from this low to this and connect this low. So yes, it's actually somewhere back to the same to this region at about 14,000. That would be the very first important level to look out for more demands at the bottom. But if let's say the price is able to continue to go even lower, essentially creating a similar wave as the previous bearish wave right here. It can go all the way down to 13,940. I think this will be a very good level to decide to take profit, because obviously right here there's very strong demand. This is where the price should all the way up, and so this will be the final target we will be looking at for today. Alright, so that is for the Nasdaq, very straightforward. Next we have the US oil. So for the US oil, yes, we are still as bullish as ever, and in fact yesterday it did came down and retest 71, just as we have mentioned yesterday, and it shoot all the way up and essentially breaking a new high. So since it has already broke out of a new high, and obviously this is an important demand zone, we'll just simply wait for the price to pull back a little bit, somewhere nearer to this demand zone, or maybe into the demand zone. We can definitely look to buy again, because essentially it has already completed the first wave. If it comes down again, completing the second wave of a pullback, then we'll have a case to definitely buy the US oil again. And of course this will also be supported by a rising trend line as well. So US oil, very simple, very straightforward. Just wait for the pullback into this region. If let's say the price continues to find support at the current support right now, you can also consider to go into a buy. Alright, and in terms of the target, so let's say if we were to buy, we were to wait patiently, and hopefully the price does come back to about this level, about 72.4. We choose buy somewhere right here. Our stop loss will just have to be somewhere near to the previous low right here. And in terms of targets, of course, first we'll look at the previous high, and going forward, as I've said for a long time, our final target is all the way back to the major equilibrium level 76.6, or rather if we go back, we go into the daily time frame and just pull out like this. Yeah, this is actually the previous high as well. So yes, back to the major equilibrium level 76.6. that will be our best target. Alright, so that is for the US oil, very straightforward. Last but not least, we have the Bitcoin. So for the Bitcoin, yesterday we did mention that there is a there's a supply right within this region. Indeed, price retest again. Alright, you see that it goes up, retest, and it goes all the way down. Now it is back into this 50% pullback level. It found a little bit of support, and it is right now making some pullback. So if we look at the daily time frame, you can see that it is now going down very well. And in fact, if you know anything about Elliott wave, you will know that this is actually the fifth wave, or the final wave of a Elliott wave itself. And if it's going, and if let's say it's able to really complete this entire wave, we'll definitely see the price goes down even further, potentially back to the 2017 previous high, which is also the 70% pullback region. This would definitely be the final price we want to take profit if we were to sell the Bitcoin and hold it for some time. Alright, but anyway, just for today, if going back to the 4-hourly time frame, if let's say right now we are waiting to sell the Bitcoin again, obviously right now we have a trend line forming right here. And going to the 1-hourly time frame, alright, we'll just have to wait for a little bit of pullback again, back into this region, an obvious supply zone. This will be the very first target we can look to sell again. And I think recently there's also a piece of news saying China is clamping down 90% of the mining of the Bitcoin, of the cryptocurrencies. So it's bad news again, right? There's really been a lot of bad news in the past few weeks, and the Bitcoin has took a very heavy blow to it, and I think it's going to continue going forward. And you can actually see that this is something like a falling wedge as well. So in that case, just wait for the pullback into this region. 34,200 will be the best price we can sell, and if we were to sell at this level, stop loss, we will just want to set it you don't have to really set it too high if you want to sell this level. Put out a Fibonacci, right, from this swing high to this swing low. Stop loss just somewhere at 80.6% level. And in terms of targets, we'll just look at somewhere right here. I think there will be some support right at this level, 32,200. And our final target will be all the way into the deep into the demand zone right here at about 29,500 ish. That's the plan for Bitcoin today. So with that, I've come to the end of our forecast today. Thank you for watching. If you like our video, do hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more updates. So thank you so much. I will see you again tomorrow.